Thank you very much, guys. Pandemic Legion are just really, really amazingly good. They're better than... They should be disqualified. Just being a little bit too good. They like constantly pick up all the stuff we're ragging on. Like we're making fun of people who brought bombers and their bombs, and then they just won 2 matches in a row and completely obliterated guys like Cry Havoc. And we just sat here and talked about why do we not see many Minmatar ships. And it was like, well, you know, they don't die fast enough, or well, they die fast enough. Yeah. And then they bring a full set of Minmatar ships.
No. They brought a Tyrannus.
I'd like to
I think it's obvious that the Tyrannus was the linchpin.
Given that it was the only thing that survived, yes. I'd like to think that they came up with that team after I said that about the Minmatar ship.
They probably did.
They were like, you know what? Screw that guy.
The point still stands, though. They're coming up with these really good setups, match to match, and they're taking things that people are kind of scoffing a little bit at and just turning them good. How do you do that, Trustwick? How do you do that? Tell me.
Magic.
Magic, yeah.
I have no idea. Like I was saying while that fight was going on, that's... Like, we may have just seen the equivalent of the 10 Rupture setup in terms of, like, what just happened here. Yeah. And the amazing thing about PL is they come up with fittings, they come up with setups like that several times a tournament.
Yeah. I mean, this was a speed setup, basically.
No.
The first... and probably the first... Is it the first one, Crowan, we've seen this tournament?
It's the first one that didn't suck.
I think it's the first one.
No.
Really?
Noir, for their first match, brought a nano sniping hat gang. It looked like they got pulled off a rolling op.
Did Noir pretty much just bring whatever they had in their hangars?
Yeah, and there was one other setup. Somebody else brought a speed setup, and it was just made of fail. Yeah. And I can't remember who it was, but it was made of fail. Yeah. Fail.
And then PL picked it up and just walked on water.
And then won.
Yeah. That's annoying.
Certainly.
They're Eve Jesus.
That's really annoying.
PL, Seamus Orzo's is Eve Jesus.
Yeah.
That was certainly the first all-speed team.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It definitely was.
I mean, there's been teams where you've had a few ships that were supposed to fly around fast and harass stuff. But
And I mean, Manifest Destiny had pulled like one of the really good setups. They had their Rooks, they had their logistics, they had the Tengus, they had like the kind of winning ships of the tournament, the ones that are done really well. And yet they were just pretty much wiped out.
Yeah. One of the things we said before the match, though, was where's their DPS?
Yes, we said that just as it came up.
It was like 2 Lachesis, 2 Rooks.
Yeah.
And
logistics.
Like a Basilisk.
Yeah.
And 2 Tengus.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah, yes. 2 Lachesis is, I don't really understand that.
No. I thought
it was exactly
terrible
what,
setup.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Rowan.
I'll let you finish, but my explanation of what happened
Yeah.
is so much better.
Okay.
It's exactly what Kill 2 said. They were preparing to fight the bombers. Like, that's the first thing that I said when I saw it. I was like, they're ready to fight the bombers. Unfortunately, Pandemic Legion brought a face-melting Minmatar setup instead.
Yeah. So, I mean, if anyone at home is thinking, well, how would that setup counter the bombers? What exactly were they trying to do?
Well, the issue with bombers is that they've already got to be pretty close in, right? You know, you're looking at 30 to 40 kilometers, and when you have the combination of the Lachesis and the Rook, my guess is what you would hope to accomplish there is you try to break the lock if you can, or you try to make it take longer for them to achieve the lock. I'm guessing they were also plated up pretty heavily for, you know, in case of bomb, but I'm not sure, even so, I'm not sure that you could, you know, unless you like omni-tanked it, I'm not sure you could get enough to survive 5 bombs in a Rook. It'd be a pretty tough thing. But what you try to do is you try to either prevent them from relocking by making it take longer, or you try to make them get really, really close. And if you make them get really, really close in order to achieve a lock on you, because frigates don't have a great lock range to begin with, if you make them get, you know, right up in your face, then you bring blaster boats. So I don't know why.
So the setup wasn't really that great.
No, but the Tengus would have ripped bombers apart given the opportunity, except for logistics. My guess is the E-War was there to keep the logistics off the bombers, because then bombers are easy to pick apart if they've got no logistics.
And then, of course, it completely failed.
Such is the way of things.
Such is the way of things. But we have a finalist, Pandemic Legion.
All right.
And now we need to find out if it's Circle of 2 or Beyond Virginity. I think it's Circle of 2, of course, but let's get back to that when we are closer to the match itself.
Oh, we're not close.
Should we ask the CCP Hammer fellow a few more questions about this expansion stuff?
Let's do it.
So we have Sov. What
Right.
else are we giving people?
Well, one thing I'm sort of excited about that I can do solo is we're adding new epic arcs
Yes.
that focus on small, fast ships. So we sort of internally we were calling them speedboat missions,
Mhm.
and the storyline stuff is around the pirate factions. So I think a lot of people run missions in Empire, and they get a lot of the storyline of the Empire factions, and this is going to open up more of the RP in the.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to fly small, fast ships.
Yeah, so basically Pandemic Legion can run them all day.
Yeah. Great, give them more money.
No, but that's definitely something I'm looking forward to as well. You can do those and play a bit more with the pirates than the Empire fellows. Are these going to be out in 0.0 then?
Yeah. But you'll be in a quick ship, so hopefully you'll be able to zip in and out and.
So you'll outrun all the people trying to kill you.
Right. Yeah. And they'll be worried about claiming Sov anyway. So.
No. Tresvik, do you have any questions about the whole moon mineral thing? Because I know you have some of those towers up that are just giving you free money.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious what the attempts at, or what the goal is regarding moon minerals, especially rebalance the R64s. So any questions I have would be very specific and
I believe
unanswerable.
I believe the correct term is moon
Yes, moon candy.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I had a question.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't you. I blame Stauffer. I placed the blame squarely on Soundwave's head. I completely forget what it is.
Growing.
Speaking of pirate factions,
Yes.
is this
That's
where,
a good
is this
lead-in.
where
I
you were
liked it.
trying to?
I liked it.
Speaking of pirate factions, I hear, because I read Evo, I hear that there's some things happening with pirate faction ships. Is there an attempt here? Like, is this an attempt to bring them back into the mainstream? I mean, because obviously what's happened is now they're a lot more expensive than they were before the CC testing started on them and stuff like that. With pirate faction ships and with these mission arcs, is it going to be more? Are these ships going to be more attainable? These like this sweet new Vindicator changes and the rattlesnake of the Dominic's rattlesnake of death.
Well, I mean, I think the changes are in the interest of balance, but more attainable or having more people flying them is where we're trying to get with them. So,
I approve.
Good. If I can pull one of Tynion's questions from RSC, Tynion, of course, he's asked about 15 really good questions so far. Very good guy, I like him. When the Sov changes
hire him.
Sorry?
Let's hire him.
Let's hire him, yeah. Let's hire him to ask questions. Walk around the office all day going, what's for lunch? So
He comes up with the menu now. It's chicken?
Yeah, chicken question mark? That was
It
actually
would be fish.
yeah. It was actually chicken question mark on the menu Thursday.
It was
So-
good chicken question mark though.
Yeah.
Is it chicken or is it some kind of chicken?
It got the job done, whatever it was.
It did. It was very good. When the Sov change comes around, do you think the big alliances will start having pet alliances to kind of hold their space as proxy?
You know, it's always so hard to figure out what the players are going to do. When there's so many of them and there's so many different things, but
They're crazy.
so yeah, I mean, it's hard to really guess. But I don't think they'll necessarily do that. But I mean, we'll see. I'm usually wrong. So.
Tresvik, goons, massive pile of people. Would you guys like consider putting pets in to hold some of your space and just charging obscene amounts of money?
Well, I don't think we have pets at any. I feel like pets has a very specific connotation, going back to old Bob and their like feudal serfdoms that they had going on. I think we may have renters. I mean, we already do have. Actually, I don't know if they're even renters. I don't know. Zaf and Kia live down south of us.
No, Ed's is your pet. Just
Imperial
say it.
bases.
Ed's.
Okay, yes, I don't know about Zaf.
Ed's is my pet.
Kia are certainly goon pets. They live down there. I don't know whether we charge them rent or anything, but I assume we would have Broseps move in. Like Rebellion already lives in part of Quirius, so I think certainly for some alliances they'll probably get pets, but we have chill Broseps who need places to live.
So basically, you'd probably end up stacking the place, but who you do it with is kind of up to the individual alliance.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'd end up with a system where, regardless of whether we owned Quirius now, we would try to get the same people in there when Sov came through anyway.
We have another question here. It is, I believe, that it is It's Triton asking, are there going to be changes to other faction ships, or is it just the battleships to begin with?
I think it's just the battleships to begin with.
Okay. Nothing on the radar.
Poke Guillaume and see how he's.
There were notes posted for all pirate ships, frigates and cruisers and everything. I'm pretty sure I saw them.
Really?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I definitely read a post that had
I
all
definitely
of
saw
them
one
in
for
it.
the Gila.
Yeah.
See, most people
Gila.
know more than me. I'm just
Gila.
sort of the lead.
It's like a lizard.
Yeah. Okay. Kia Eds.
He's
just
my pet.
Perchance, yes. He is asking if you think the new SOV system will make warfare too quickly. I mean, will we be able to will alliances think, oh, I can lose this in X amount of hours? Do I even need to put money into it? Do you think that's a situation we'll have?
No, I mean, I think people are still going to want to claim SOV. I mean, it's sort of the end game, and you want to put your flag down, and we're not trying to make it too quick. It's still going to have like time periods in there to stop things. Like we used to have ping pong with the conquerable stations, and we never want to go back to ping ponging. So
No,
That was so fun.
no, that is not good.
No, ping pong was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's nothing better. Back in MC, we used to drop on a station, reinforce everything, and take the station within about 3 hours of showing up. And it was like, now you can't dock.
That was
I
terrible.
can see why that would be bad for people who aren't.
No,
the
2
MC.
weeks of that in XEH was more than enough.
Okay. Well, I'm certainly excited. I'm going to continue playing Eve once this comes out. Surprisingly.
I thought nobody here played Eve.
We've actually had some pretty rabid developers on in terms of playing Eve.
Yeah.
We've had Maggie Bergson, who of course flies around and destroys everything. We have Aldur, who's relatively new but an enthusiastic player. We have Grayscale, who plays a lot as well. And who else do we have? I don't know. We've had some fairly.
Chronotis.
Yes, Chronotis. Yes. Chronotis oftentimes comes in really tired in the morning because he's been shooting cap ships till 4 a.m. And that really does happen.
he's probably on an op right now.
Yes, he's probably on top. He's probably destroying your towers. No, but I mean, it's we've had some pretty enthusiastic fellows. I feel it's been very.
Yeah,
good.
no. Anybody who, every now and then a change will come out, and everybody's like, "Oh, does CCP even play their own game?" And those people are idiots.
What's your apart from their intelligence? What's your impression about CCP developers in Eve? Once you've been a few days here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys play the game constantly. Like there was a little while where I'd be like, "What is wrong with these people? Why are they doing this to me?" But no, I mean, you guys really care about the game and play it a lot and know what's up.
Yeah, pretty chill dudes.
Pretty chill dudes. Anyway, we have just about 1 minute. It is 2029 Eve time, the match at 2030. Circle of Two versus Beyond Virginity. As my prediction is that Circle of Two will end up in second place. It would be relatively obvious that I picked them as a winner of this match, Crowin.
Yeah, Circle of Two for me too.
I think the odds of it going either way are a lot higher in this match than in the PL one.
You think?
But I'm pulling for Circle of Two, definitely.
Yeah. CP Hammer?
I just want to know if Beyond Virginity means they're trying to get beyond virginity.
It's
or
their
have
stated goal.
It's a state, yeah. And we hope they get there. They're on third base
Yeah,
now in the finals,
Yeah,
I think.
if they win, I suppose they maybe.
They might have to change their name to Yahoo.
To just like every other dude.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go see if they need to change their name.